I personally believe that Vendetta is not just about Vendetta fans. I think Vendetta is about a better Jamaica. Alkaline is very insightful, and sometimes his music is exactly what we need to get through something in particular. If we ponder on his perspective, we're able to understand ourselves better. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So really, this man is helping us to become wiser. And he also helps us to understand more about the system. He helped me to realize a few things, not only about society, seeing that I'm a woman and I didn't have to face half of the things that men have to go through, but he also gave me some insight on mental illness. And that's what I want to share with you, because technically mental illness and societal problems are connected. And hopefully this will be like a free little therapy session or something. In Juggernaut, he says that he loves pain and heartbreak because they've molded him into a person that he loves. But loving pain can be a trap because the brain is a very tricky organ. Every thought, emotion, deed creates, destroys, or reinforces neural pathways in the brain. So if you keep on associating pain with the pleasure of growth, at some point in time, pain and pleasure become indistinguishable in the brain, and you will unconsciously seek out opportunities to be in pain because the brain associates pain with growth. To get out of this cycle, you will have to tell yourself that you can and you deserve to grow without pain. It is possible to grow without pain. And I say this especially to men because society places some really heavy expectations on men, and it's not fair, and you have to tell yourself that it's not fair. You have to tell yourself that you don't deserve to go through this, and you don't have to go through it. That is how you break out of certain cycles. Everything starts in the mind, and bringing certain things to conscious awareness is how you will be able to move forward. In Flashback, Alkaline says that he's haunted by some memories that won't die, and he tries to push them to the back of his mind, but they keep on coming back. This sounds like a form of OCD, where the unwanted memories are intrusive thoughts. But one thing that will definitely keep OCD alive is performing compulsions because of anxiety. If you have gone through trauma, that trauma is stored in the body. And sometimes the mind and body's best way of bringing your attention to that is by making you remember some things that you don't really want to remember. And the only thing that you can do is sit with it, because you cannot heal from something that you are running away from. You have to face these thoughts and memories in order to understand how best to help yourself to heal. In my case, I am dedicated to growing and healing, so I know that one day I will not be haunted by these thoughts anymore. What I do is practice meditation, mindfulness, and breath work so that I can realize when something is making me anxious and tap into my parasympathetic nervous system to calm myself down, because OCD and anxiety are almost inextricably linked. So you have to just sit with the thoughts. What I'm trying to say to you is that your fave is mentally ill. As I was trying to explain, he might have OCD. He could be schizophrenic, because if he's serious about hearing voices, that coupled with the fact that he's extremely paranoid means that he might be on the spectrum. He has struggled with suicidal thoughts, and he is also dependent on a substance, which is actually a mental illness. Now, this is all okay because it's not his fault. It is indicative of the sick society that we live in. Nothing is inherently wrong with him as a person, and the same is true of you. They try to push the idea that depression and mental illness is as a result of chemical imbalances in the brain, which is actually a myth. It is not scientifically proven. Chemicals do have a part to play, but it's not a cause. And trauma rewires the brain. We get traumatized by living in a fucked up society. He keeps on bringing attention to certain problems in the system. And that brings me to Vendetta fans. If you're a Vendetta fan, I'm hoping that you understand what the Vendetta mask means. This man has also said that if the government gave him the country to run, crime would have stopped. Aren't you kind of interested in understanding why he's saying that? Because here it sounds like there's somebody who has a plan. Why are we not focusing on that? Because I know that politicians have tried to blame the violence in Jamaica on dancehall music, which is a very lazy and reductionist approach, because there would be no violence in dancehall music if there weren't systemic issues. If there's one thing that the pandemic should have taught Jamaican people, is that the government does not give a fuck about you. The issues that we're facing today are as a direct result of rejecting nature and not thinking for ourselves, allowing ourselves to be governed by people who do not care about us. And you're probably saying, what am I going to do about that? You have so much more power than you believe that you do. And over time, I will try to help you to understand what I'm talking about. And I personally believe that Vendetta is not just about Vendetta fans. I think Vendetta is about a better Jamaica. And as I said, I will explain why. So until next time, thank you for watching.